transverse plane gait mechanics. This is where we get a little bit tricky in terms of the words used to describe the motion. Now we're talking transverse plane, but in the foot, because of the position of the foot relative to the body and relative to the axes of motion, we describe the motions as adduction and abduction, although they're transverse plane. So as I step forwards onto that foot and I get pronation, the talus relatively goes into an adducted position or motion, relatively giving us abduction at the mid-tarsal joints. That in combination gives a knee internal rotation moment, and as the femur is being driven in, that also gives us a hip internal rotation. Obviously the pelvis is also moving in that direction as we step forward, so the pelvis is rotating to the left. Now if we go trail leg, we have the same thing. So transverse plane, because the hip is rotating round to the left, the pelvis is going faster than the hip. So that gives us a relative internal rotation, even though the bones are going in the same direction. Same thing with the knee. We get relative internal rotation at your knee. With the supination, your talus comes up and out, so we get a relative abduction, or away from the midline with the talus, which gives us a relative adduction motion at the mid-tarsal joint.